Hey, the content used in this video is intended for educational and informational purposes only. All rights to the images, music, clips, and other materials used belong to their respective owners. I do not claim ownership over any third-party content used in this video. Let's get to the video, dog.
Hey yo, baby D, get your little ass over here on the mic, man. Show these other little niggas they can't fuck with the Dangerous Crew, man. Spit that shit.
Shit on gold chain, gold glasses, prime time like Dion.
Hey, can't do the Quan, do the Dion. You hear me?
He don't speak on me, I don't compete with a peon. Flying a bundle like my name was Dion.
What's up? Hey man, we back with another one, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we only do videos when there's something to be learned from a particular situation that we cover. You know, we don't just come and do videos just because, you know, unless it's just on some fun stuff. But everything that we cover over here is going to be a learning experience. It's going to be a message. It's going to be something type of jewelry to take from the situation, something to help you out in your life, man, and help you get on the path where you can start benefiting from the grace of God. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where all your blessings come from, whether you know it or not. Don't never think that you do it by yourself. That's first and foremost. But this particular video, man, my girl sent me this video. It was of Apple Watch. You know what I'm saying? And she know I don't just watch anything. So I'm like, okay, what is this? What's she talking about? You know, I had heard stories about the accident that she had, you know, a little while ago and had messed her up and stuff like that. And my first introduction to her was on Love and Hip Hop. You know, typical BBL, stripper background, you know, just regular, you know what I'm saying? We know the type. Not judging those type of people or anything that they do, but you know, we know the type, you know, carbon copies, man. You know, you can go down the list and all of them pretty much have the same old type of look, attitude, everything. Loud, obnoxious, and always confrontational, always beefing with somebody, always gossiping, always looking like they a little bit more promiscuous than everybody else, scantily clad, clothes on. So I'm like, all right, I'll watch this little interview. I'm familiar with soft white underbelly, and I proceeded to watch the video, man. And after watching the video, you know, she goes in depth about what her early childhood was like, how she got into the stripper and porn industry and all these things, man, and how she was indulging in alcoholism, lesbianism, how she had an anger problem. I always wanted to fight people, and she just got really, really in depth about a lot of stuff. But one of the things that kind of threw me and made me want to make this video is her attitude, her mentality. It seems like she hasn't changed a lot of her ways. You know what I'm saying? As you watch this, you'll see how she says certain things that make you believe that after all this attention God has been trying to get of hers, you know, snapping her hand, pop, get back. I told you to do that. Sit down somewhere. She still wants to keep on going back to the same old type of mentality that she had that made God want to put her in this current situation to sit her down to force her to be able to listen to him. So this video was about 50 minutes long, but I chopped it up into some of the most important parts. So I got it down to about 25 minutes, but I chopped it up into segments like her early life, a love and hip hop introduction, when she got into all this behavior that made her life turn out the way it did. I chopped it up, so I'm gonna interject into each one of those pivotal parts in the middle of it, because if I try to do it at the end of the video, it would be a lot to try to remember and cover all at one time at the end. I probably could, but I just rather interject in that moment, and I'm not gonna talk long. I just want to say a few little key parts that I noticed in those certain intervals. You know what I'm saying? So, with no further ado, man, let's break down this Apple Watch situation and see what the sister got going on, and let's see if we can, you know what I'm saying, just try to offer some words of encouragement, man, to help her to stop going through this ongoing cycle of beef and drama and stuff like that, man. Let's see what Apple Watch on.
So where do we start with your story? Should we start at the beginning, or do we start with the accident?
I can start from there all the way down, as long as I get my story out.
You were born in L.A.?
Yes, I was born in L.A. I was born in L.A., but I was in foster care basically until I was 17, and then I ran away.
What happened to your biological parents?
My mom, she was doing drugs, and I ended up going to foster care, me and my sister, and I've been surviving ever since.
You became a dancer?
I became a dancer. I was on survival mode since I was a kid.
How did the foster homes, how did the foster system treat you?
It was okay. Everything was temporary homes. And then I went to my family, moved to my grandma, and then my grandma put us back into the system. And then my mom had 7 kids, so all the kids was taken away. So we all was in the system, but my family, I'm Caucasian, I'm Creole, I mean. My good side of the family took my sisters, because I have triplets. They raised them, and then me and my sister was in the system, and then me and my sister got split up at 7 or 8, and then I was in the system by myself, and then my sister, she was by herself in the system somewhere. I don't know where she was, but I was moved around since I was 17.
Did you finish high school?
No.
See? That part right there. Now that's a very pivotal and important part of a lot of these stories that we cover. A lot of these people don't get a good educational foundation, bro. And once you don't have a GED or a diploma or some type of trade up under your belt, you already know what that's gonna lead you to. Down into a life of crime, maybe stripping, maybe working a very low-paying job, and once you get into things like that, you start developing addictions because you be so stressed out, not being able to provide and always having to stress about where your next buck gonna come from. I got this bill, I need to get a new car, I need to do this for my kids, because more than likely you're gonna have some kids, you know what I'm saying, when you ain't quite educated on the ins and outs of parenting. So then you're going to be stressed out. You're going to want to smoke something to take your mind off. You might want to drink something to take your mind off it. Then once you start dealing with those spirits, alcoholism, why they call it wine and spirits? Because you usually ain't yourself when you start hitting that bottle. I know a lot of people, bro, they be cool as a mug before they start hitting that bottle. Time they hit that bottle, boy, the whole demon come out them people. Then they wake up the next morning like they done blacked out. For real? I did that? Yeah, nigga, you did that. Like, nigga, you tried to put your hands on me. Nigga, I had to get away from you. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very pivotal moment right there when she said she didn't finish school. Because a life of trouble and worrying and stress comes behind that. That's why I always preach, man. In every video I do, when I hear these people talk about, I dropped out of school. Oh, and then I turned to the streets. That's where your problem started. Right there. We can always draw it back to not finishing school, not getting some type of education up under your belt. But let's see what happened to her after she didn't finish school at 17. Let's run it.
And so what were you doing to survive then? Is that when you started dancing?
Basically, I started, I started hoeing, then I started being a porn star just to get money. Then I started selling dope and drugs, and then after that, then I started dancing, and then
That's when you got famous, right?
I started making a name for myself. You know, I started from the bottom. So, you know, I just have been on survival mode ever since. I can't go to the strip club no more. That's what I wish. It's hard. It's very hard.
You wish you could?
Yes, on everything. I applied for a job like this in a wheelchair. but I was thinking in my head, maybe somebody could pick me up and put me on a lap dance. I could do a lap dance or something.
Were you having fun at that time?
I was having a lot of fun. Like, when I started dancing, and it's just me using my body for everything, I was like, hey, well, I was getting my money, but one thing, I never saved my money. I had like 5 or 6 cars, giving the cars away and everything, like a dummy. People I didn't even know I was giving the car away. I was giving, because my cars was all pink and white. I had a Range Rover was pink and white. My Firebird pink and purple. Everything was pink, because I love pink. So I was not good with my money. And plus, I never had love, so I was like, hey, I'm the shit now, you know? So I just felt like everybody loved me, so I never had that feeling before.
See, now that's another thing right there. She wants to give off the impression that she didn't have any other type of way of making it. It was all about, I gotta fucking strip, I gotta hoe, I gotta do all these bad things. But you just said right there that you had enough money to have 5 cars. You had all of them a certain coordinated color. You know, you was just balling out. So if you really didn't want to be in that lifestyle and you really wanted to get yourself out of that lifestyle, you could have took that money that you spent on them 5 cars and balling out and stuff and having fun by your own admission, and you could have took that and went and spent $500 and got you a real estate license. You could have took that money and went and put it on a down payment to buy you a fixer-upper and flipped you some houses. You know what I'm saying? You could have did a bunch of things to invest that money, but you're trying to give off the perception that your life was just so rough because of what you've been through and you didn't have any other way out, nothing but to hoe and to strip. Well, a drug dealer, once they make enough money, the real smart drug dealers, they make a lot of money and then they turn around and flip their money. But it seems like you want to bathe in that lifestyle. You love that lifestyle. You love the party life. You love the nightlife. So you got to take accountability for that, man. You had a bunch of chances where you could have exited this and got yourself out of the way of that train that was coming down that track towards you, bro. I'm not going for the victimhood, bro. I'm not playing the victimhood role with you. You just got yourself caught in a situation. You enjoyed your lifestyle that you was living, and this is what happened at the end of the road. But let's keep listening to what she's saying though.
And then one day I was drunk as heck. I went to the club. I was like, I thought it was a club, but it was just, it's so crazy. They was filming for a TV show. And I thought it was an entrance to the club, but it actually wasn't an entrance to the club. The people were standing outside. It was just a photo shoot type of thing. You know how they do in the beginning of the club? They do, everybody stand in front of the stuff and just take a picture. So I was thinking that was a club, but that wasn't. I was drunk as hell. And then I met a producer. I was drunk and I was like, where's the producer? So it's a favorite show that I love watching. And I said, I told her, I was like, you should hire me for your show, because I have a name for myself. You will never regret it. Because that's why I tell people, never be afraid, take this chance. And then I end up getting picked 2 months later for the show, for my favorite show. And I had an audition for that, and then I was able to get on that TV show.
How old were you when that happened?
I was 23 25 or 26. And then I ended up getting on the show like 30 when I was 30.
Were you doing the show when the accident happened?
When I was doing the show, I was really doing a lot of alcohol. Alcohol was my enemy, low key. But to me, it made me feel good. It made me like they couldn't deal with me. Like they could deal with me, but I wasn't. I can't deal with no attitude. I cannot deal with nobody's mouth, anything. So what they did, like they'll have me scheduled for a scene, but I didn't like how they was treating me and how they was acting. Like one thing about me, I don't really give a fuck what a bitch do with her pussy. Like you gotta do what you gotta do.
No, ma'am. That's not how the world works. You can't just do what you want to do with your pussy, ma'am. That's Aleister Crowley's logic. Do what thou wilt. That's not how the Bible and how God works, bro. And that's part of the reason why you're going through what you're going through right now, because you want to do what you want to do with your vagina. And that's just not how the world works. Not serving up under God. He don't permit us to just do whatever we want to do. You're supposed to have discipline with your vagina, ma'am. Somebody needs to tell this lady that. Well, maybe they tried to tell her, but she wouldn't listen because she gets into her drunken mode where you can't tell her nothing and she want to snap out on everybody. See, that's that rebellious ass modern woman shit. They don't want to be told nothing about nothing. And then when something like this happened to them, then they want to run out there and tell everybody, oh, feel sorry for me. But when somebody try to tell you something, you want to call them controlling. Oh, he tried to make a motherfucker do what he want him to do. And that's why they go to the women. Because the women going to understand them because they all a bunch of people that don't want to listen to men. You know what I'm saying? And then they keep the same old bullshit going on and on and on because it's two people that don't want to listen. They both want to be rebellious and they in a relationship together. You know what I'm saying? That's how that lesbianism shit go, man. But when you come around a real man ain't finna go for anything. That's why they scared and they run from real men. They rather go suck on each other and shit. But that's some other shit, man. Let's listen.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3 kids.
And where are they?
Where are they? They're in LA. I have to be out here because medical reasons and because surgeries and stuff.
But when you say they're in LA, they're with who?
They're with my son, my oldest son. He's 21, so he's doing whatever you want to do. And then my 2 youngest, they're with a girl. She's a girl.
Who? They're with who?
She's a girl. She's a stud. I was bisexual before, so I was dealing with women. I had 2 boys for women or whatever. And what they do will get me drunk. They'll give me a whole bottle of Hennessy, because that's my favorite. So they'll put me in the room, like we'll be all filming, right? It'd be like 7, 8 of us. And nobody would bring up that one subject just to start some mess. Nobody bring it up. So they'll put me in the room and have me drink. I have a cup and like, can you bring this up? And I don't even give a fuck. So I'll be like, okay. So I'll put us back in the room and we'll be talking. And then I'll be like, well, hey, I don't like what you did, such. And I don't even know. I really don't care. But it will start something with them. And then there'll be a whole fight between everybody, a whole argument, everything.
So the show was kind of setting up the drama?
It was, they'll set it up. But me, like, some of these motherfuckers will have, they'll plan this shit out, but I don't plan shit. I just do one thing. I always have a rule. Don't fight on camera, because that's like snitching on yourself. If I do any damage or any dirt, I'm going to do this shit off of camera. And I ain't going to tell you. Like, period. You cannot snitch on yourself. And, like, it's a lot of stuff. I had to use my body to get what I needed, to survive. A lot of people can't relate with me.
A lot of drama in your life, too.
Yeah, I had a lot of drama. Oh, God, my life is stayed with drama. I don't know why, even like this. It's like the wheelchair don't mean nothing. I'm safe. Okay, I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. Okay, please. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Bro, if you always finding yourself with a whole lot of drama always in your life and always in the middle of some stuff and always beefing and can't never get no good luck, everything always happening to you, that's probably you. It probably ain't the people around you. It's probably you. It's probably a lot of karma from stuff that you done did to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got people that be around me, man, they always got some BS going on. They can't never seem to come up out of the hole that they, fell right back in and shit, man. And it's because a lot of the shit that they be doing be coming back on them. You can't go around doing people any kind of way, living your life any kind of way, ripping people off, doing people wrong, and expect good stuff to happen to you. It's gonna be drama. It's gonna be karma for the things that you do. I had a certain part in my life when I had to clean up my drama and all the trauma that I was putting on people. And I knew where it was coming from. All the things that I used to do when I was young. Like, I give you a good example. Just say you got a man that's been a player his whole life, right? He done played with many different women's hearts, had sex with many different women, led them on and all that stuff, sleep with them, and then discarded that woman. Well, at some point in your life, bro, when you get ready to settle down, when you find a woman that you want and you want to settle down with that woman, you don't think that karma's going to have to come back on you in some type of way? And it could be in the form of that woman that you really love not wanting you the same type of way. She might play games with you like you play games with other people in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, karma will come back on you. It's going to. There's no way of dodging karma, bro. So a lot of the drama that she probably be in, it probably come from what she be doing when she off them bottles of Hennessy and shit. And, it's a lot of cutthroat shit that go on in the stripping world. You heard the girl Cardi B talk about how they used to drug men and rob them and shit. And if this woman been in that game since she was 17 years old and she up in her 30s, 40s now, you mean to tell me she ain't never cutthroat nobody? She ain't never hid one of the homegirls up under the bed, and when the nigga took his pants off, took his wallet and left up out the door? You know what I'm saying? Like, drama don't just come from anywhere, bro. Look within yourself. Again, I'm not going for the victimhood, bro. You gotta have accountability in 2025, man. If you want good to come back, put good out there in the world. But if you want bad, do bad. Try to cut your way to the line. Cut in front of people. Rip people off to get ahead. But just know, it's gonna come back on you, and you're gonna take a few steps back for them few steps that you think that you got ahead. So, hey, the choice is yours. But I ain't going for the victimhood. Let's see what she talking about.
Were you one to drive drunk a lot
But before?
before the accident?
Yeah, because I didn't think no repercussion. I never thought this was going to happen. Now once I get better, I kind of want to help women to tell them, don't do this. Like, save your money, make sure, because you never know what's going to happen. Don't drink or drive. Don't do that, because a lot of people died off of this stuff. It's like, I lived a fast life, so I was dancing, like, I was meeting celebrities, I was doing all that stuff. So it was like, drinking and drugs was normal
You thought you were bulletproof.
Yeah, I didn't know, because where I was when I used to drink back then, my record is bad. I used to drink and drive a lot. I used to go to sleep and then wake up the next day. So that's what, it was like whatever, but nah, not this time. Not this time. I learned, when I woke up from the coma, I thought it was the next day. I didn't know it 4 months later. I didn't even know none of that stuff happened. It was so crazy. But I'll never do it again. Plus, I ain't got no license. Plus, I can't go to jail, so I wouldn't mind going to jail, but now I ain't going to jail. Fuck that. Not in a wheelchair. I wouldn't mind doing the time.
You learned some important lessons.
Yeah, very important lesson.
Tell me about your accident. What year did your accident happen?
My accident happened. I'm going to tell you about that day. I'm going to be honest. You actually going to be the only one. It was on my son's birthday. I went to the club. I lived out here in Vegas. And I drove on March 21st. I said I'm going to go to LA so I can make some money to sell it, to buy my son gifts. And I went to the club and I made at least $1,000. And I had $1,000 cash out. And I remember I ended up getting drunk. I kept this secret because I know people would judge me. But even at night, I went to my baby daddy's house and I tapped my son on his shoulders. And my son said, I tapped him on his shoulder. I said, good night. And I was drunk as hell. It seemed like when I woke up from my coma, everybody lied to me and stuff. And then nothing. I don't know what I was plugging people. Was I a bully? Like, was people really scared of me or something?
Did you fall asleep or?
What happened was, I was little buzzed, but it was hours later because I was buzzed before, I got lost, and then I was just an hour away from home. And then I guess I fell asleep. And then that's when I fell asleep. I ran into a car. What type of truck that, you know, that bringing a new car to another car lot? I ran into that truck, and I guess I was going 90 miles per hour, and my car, it crashed, and it must have flew off the road, and I flew through the window, and I went unconscious, and then my car caught on fire, and everything I had was just everywhere on the thing. I think I have some of that on camera somewhere.
You're lucky to be alive.
Yeah. It's like everybody knew I was drunk. They seen me leave. They see in the car park. I had somebody in my car, and they knew I was drunk. They let me leave, and then I dropped her off. And she said she didn't want to get no confrontation with me. Because the one thing about me, when I'm buzzed, if I feel you coming at me funny or anything, I'm going to go ham on you. It don't matter if you're my fan or not. I don't care. It is what it is. We could be fans tomorrow, we not be fans. But it's the fact that people didn't stop me. It's the fact that people let me leave. It's the fact the people that put did not say nothing. So if I would have died, it's okay. They so used to this. No, you act hard now because I'm like this. Y'all be so hard now. But why y'all didn't say me? This shit, you could have saved a life. If it was me, I wouldn't mind being a punching bag. I'm that loyal. I wouldn't mind being somebody punching bag. I don't care. As long as you save a life. You don't know. But instead, people just let me leave. Let me leave. Let me drop them off.
about this lady. Now this is the part of the interview right here that made me kind of feel like it might be a mental problem or something going on with this lady, man. Cause in one breath, this lady say, I'm the type of person where when I get buzzed, if I feel you coming at me any type of way about anything that I'm doing, I'm the type that'll click out on you. And I'll beat your ass and you know what I'm saying? Put hands on you, cuss you out, cause I don't go for that type of shit. I don't like nobody criticizing nothing that I do. And she said that even with that in mind, that she'll click out on somebody and people know how she is when they try to correct her drinking issues and call her out on her shit. She'll put hands on them, and even with them knowing that she the type of person that don't like to be corrected, she still want people to be a punching bag. She said, I wouldn't mind being a punching bag for people to save a life. Nigga, who the fuck you think finna fight you to try to save your crazy ass life? Man, what the fuck that look like, bro? Hold up, bro. So you go out and drink like a mug. Know you be drunk all the time. Then when somebody say, hey, Apple, you need to calm down, man, for your ass fuck around and have an accident or something, or you fuck around, run off the road and kill yourself. Bitch, fuck you. Who the fuck you think you talking to, bitch? Ain't nobody telling you out here, blah, 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 and want to fight and all that shit. Who the fuck you think finna be doing that? Every time you decide you want to get drunk and somebody try to tell you something good about yourself, who you think finna fight you to save your life? Man, you got the world all the way messed up. That's that victimhood shit, man. You lucky that somebody even say something to you. Cause a nigga like me, if I done tried to say something to you a few times and you don't listen to me, I'm done. Shit, I read about your ass in the newspaper. I ain't finna fight with you to save your life. What the fuck I look like trying to help you and you ain't trying to help yourself? That's the type of nigga I am. And you can say I ain't no good friend or nothing, but man, peaceful people don't wanna ruin their happiness and their peace trying to fight with some fool that don't know how to control their damn alcohol and shit. Hell no, you wanna kill yourself, go ahead. Nigga, I ain't finna fight with you. Cause if I fight with you, I'm be did something to you bad. And then we really ain't gonna be friends. And it ain't gonna be the alcohol that had to get you out of here. I'm gonna have to get you out of here. Shit, man, this woman crazy as hell, man. This woman did this shit to herself and wanna blame the people around her. Somebody was in the car with me. They should have stopped me that night if they knew I was drunk. You always drunk. It's just another night for them. Just another night with her ass drunk. You wanna blame this woman if it was me, I would have saved a life. Even if it mean me being a punching bag for the drunk person. That's the type of people I am. Friends and loyalty I got. Boy, you crazy. Man, it's time for people to take accountability for their own bullshit, man. Fuck that.
What are your injuries?
I had broke my spine, fractured my spine in 2 places. That's why my whole right side of the body couldn't. And then I fractured my skull. I put a weight in my eye. That's why my eye's so low. And then my arm it got messed up. It was basically, it was straight when I was in Vegas. And then when they moved me to my insurance to LA, Long Beach, my arm ended, because they didn't change my arm for 5 to 6 months. So it got infected and my arm locked up on me. My arm, my leg, my arm was like that. And because they didn't change it, and the only reason why I'm at the hospital, because they said if I would have waited 1 more day, they would have had to cut my arm off. So after that, it was stuck, but they had wrapped it up and everything, and gave me some, what's it called? They gave me some antibiotics. I had a tube in my throat and a tube in my side. You see the scars. And because I went to the hospital, because my arm is the reason why they took everything out, because because I had to relearn how to eat and relearn how to breathe out my throat, because I didn't know that all this stuff was new to me. I didn't know you had to go through that. Like right now, I can eat, but I can choke over anything so quickly. I eat with my mouth open. I don't like that. I like just so disrespectful, but I can't help it now. And I drool for no reason. I drool. And then also my face, because my skull fractured or whatever that word is called. I think it's fractured, but I cracked my skull or whatever. My whole face is my left side of my face like this. You see, like my face look like something I always think, but it's just because I have muscle spasms and my face it doesn't go straight like this me. It's just, my face just pushes up. It's just tight, I guess. I tried to get plastic surgery, but they won't work on me.
They won't work on you and give you no plastic surgery because God already put a period there. So you trying to put a comma. God already said, nope. You ain't act right when you had vanity and you had beauty and all that stuff. So, nope. I ain't letting them work on you. I ain't letting them do no plastic surgery on you until you get your mind right. See, anytime God try to teach you a lesson and you don't want to come all the way in to God, you ain't gonna be able to go around what he trying to do. Oh, I got enough money to go and get me some plastic surgery to correct what God tried to punish me with. Nope, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work on you. Nope. I know people right now that God trying to teach them a lesson. And everything that they try to do, God shut it down. He ain't gonna let that happen for you, lady. You gotta come all the way in. I don't care how much money you got. God ain't gonna let you get yourself back whole until you come in to him. Now, continue.
That's how I am. But anytime I got into it with somebody, nigga, I see what's up. I find out what part of you at, what club you at, what mansion part of you at. I'm rolling up. Like, period. That's how I am. I remember I got into it with a girl, and I just got my boobs done. And I rolled up. My titties was still hurting. It was so funny. I was outside that motherfucking house. I was outside like calling like, what's up? What's up? What's poppin'? Nigga, get in the Uber. Get the fuck out. She left so quick. But I don't play like that. That's another thing. When it comes to that camera shit, that reality TV shit, I don't play that shit. Because there's real crazy motherfuckers out here. I don't mind doing time. Like, period. I got a whole felony doing that shit. One thing I tell people, do not play with bitches' heart. Do not play with anybody's heart. Because, like, when you do that, people don't think, they just do. That people, like, every action has a reaction. I don't think, I just do. But now I think, because I can't do nothing. That's the one thing. God told me to sit down, and I'm sitting down. So it's another thing, but people still play with me when I'm like this, though. And that shit, God's teaching me, like, to have patience, you know. A lot of stuff I don't agree with, but people have smart motherfucking mouths, like Lily. If I could hit him, but my hand fucked up, I would motherfucking hit him with this dumbass hand.
Are you right-handed?
Yeah, I'm right-handed. Because this is the hand I used to beat everybody's ass with. But now I can't. I mean, who knows? Who knows? God, who knows? I'm going to say it like that. Who knows what can happen in a few years. Once I get better, if I beg God. I said, once I get this surgery, if my hand goes straight and everything be good, everybody catch that fade. Period. I don't care if I'm your fan. I'm going to be cool with you. I'm going to lock that front door.
See, and what the fuck is wrong with this lady, bro? This lady got fucking issues, bro. Like, real mental issues, bro. Remember when I told you in the first beginning of the video before it came on, I said, it was some things that caught my attention in the interview when I watched it. Like, this lady is fucking crippled right now and still fucking talking about beating up on people with the fucking broken hand. Like, the wrist that's twisted. She begging and praying to God to straighten her hand out so she can beat up people again. And she think God is going to bless her to recuperate her body, rehabilitate her body, to beat up people? Nigga, the Bible said, vengeance is mine, said the Lord, nigga. You beating up on people is probably why that little hand is like that. The people that you used to bully, they probably happy as hell right now that they ain't got to get punched and kicked upside their head no more. Who the hell would pray to God, God, please heal my hand so I can go back to beating up people, and think that God gonna fucking grant the wish? Bro, you got real issues, bro. And you need to read your Bible. Or you need to just join Satan's group and sell your soul to get your body back. Because if you operating on God's side, you going against the grain. That's not even how it rolls on God's side, bro. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. This lady said, if I ever get my hand back working, I'm going to put this little nub on people. What? I'm done. Let's roll.
They don't care. But it's okay.
Do you feel like you had or have any real friends?
No, I lost everybody. Everybody gone. I'm by myself. I don't got nobody. I ain't got nobody. It's okay. I got God. God is the only one. He been here since the beginning. I thought I had everything. Everything was going. Everybody left. My mom. I asked her for help. Like I said, when I first couldn't move out of it, I asked her, can you come to Vegas at least to help me, help your daughter? And she didn't. My sister did me wrong. Like everybody. Every single body. It ain't nah motherfucker here now. But God. That's all I got. I barely meet these motherfuckers, really. My cousin here, but I've been doing this stuff literally by myself. I was home. It's so much, man. It's so much.
How is your mood now after the accident? It's been 3 years?
Say it again?
It's been 3 years since your accident?
It's been 3 years. I was in the hospital for about a year. So it's been 2 years. But I was homeless, so I had to stop my healing and everything. Then I had love problems. Oh, God, it was so much. And I had people trying to do my reality show, using me still. It was so much. It's been so much. Then another thing, it took 2 years because of my head injury. I can't remember too much stuff. It took 2 years to get in my cash out. And I was like, okay, my little $1,000, I need this. And then, guess what? My sister started spending my money March 24th, the next day after the accident. She started spending money buying pillows. She stayed in my apartment. She sold all my furniture. She sold all my furniture. She also gave my bed away to a nigga she was messing with. She was always at the casino while I was in the hospital. And then on my birthday, which was May 16th, she had a party at the same club that I went and had the accident at. She had a party for me while my ex was at the hospital room, and I'm in a coma, and she had a party. She had a party telling people to donate. She stole my GoFundMe money, my recovery money, she stole that. She stole that money. And she was telling people to donate and all that type of stuff.
And this is your sister?
Yeah, my blood sister, my older sister. I didn't think that she would do this too, because when I was younger, when I first went away and I got pregnant with my first child, she took care of me. She was home. And she took care of me, and I was staying in the hotel room, and I was pregnant. So I would never think she would do that. But my sister, she did that. Because once you know you've been broke, once you get a little bit of money, she seen that little bit of money. She said, fuck me getting healthy, fuck my recovery. Fuck everything. Fuck Apple. She gonna die. Who knows? And she took the money. And she just kept the money. She took it and whatever, getting high for drugs. And I got recordings of her being drunk and high. And it took 2 years to get my cash out, right? And she sent money to her baby daddy that was in jail at the time, $300-400. She bought pillows, everything sent to my old house, using my address, using my name. She basically spent all my money. When I finally got in my cash app, I had 34 cents. And I'm like, what? And I asked her about it. She don't say nothing. She doesn't own up to none of this stuff. And it took 2 years for me to forgive her. And then she still don't own up to the shit. She don't own what she did to me. When I lived with her, after I got out the hospital, she had me sleeping in the living room. The only reason why I'm out right now, because I was in the hospital for that long, but you had enough time to get me a bed, a hospital bed or anything. But no, only reason why, because the hospital gave me a free bed and a wheelchair, and I took that motherfucker. Really, she was trying to keep me down. And then she applied for SSI 2 months later when I was in the coma when she applied for SSI. I don't know nothing about SSI because my mom must have told her about SSI. And she applied for SSI, was trying to get the money. Then when I found out that she actually put herself as power of attorney and put all her information so she can get the money. She tried to get custody of my kids while I was in the hospital, talking about they $2,300 each. Everything was money to her. She doesn't own up to nothing. I forgive her. God said forgive. It took me so long to forgive. So my arm, I had surgery on my arm just recently. But to go straight, it was straight. But because I haven't been to orthopedics therapist, because I can't get a ride.
And I'm gonna just stop it there, man. I mean, I done had enough of this shit, man. I don't want to hear this sad victimhood crap for this situation that you done put yourself in. You gotta hold up for that, man. But, in this last part, she was talking about how everybody done completely turned their back on her and now she don't have nobody. You know why that is? Because when you got a lot of people around you always influencing you, girl, let's do this. Niggas over here in your face. Baby, what's up with that ass? Club promoters over here. Hey, baby, we're going to need you this weekend. This Super Bowl weekend. You got people in your ear telling you, man, I just got this new female Rolex. You got baby dad over here. Hey, man, these kids need some clothes. Hey, man, these motherfuckers over here calling about the new Mercedes that just came off the lot. When you got all that stuff in your ear, bro, it's hard to hear God talk to you. So God will break you all the way down to where you just ain't got nobody around you so you can hear what he has to say to you. That way, when you disobey him and you keep going against the grain, you'll have nobody to blame. You can't blame God and say, hey, God, I never heard you when you said nothing to me. Well, now he's putting you in a situation where you're secluded and you ain't got no choice but to pray to him and dig deep into your soul and heal all that past trauma and PTSD and all the memories of your childhood. Now you got to sit down and be in tune with yourself. And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just run from their problems, drink their problems away, smoke their problems away, smoke crack, run away from home, run away from their hometown, don't never want to be by themselves, always got to be around a crowd of people. When you find people that can't never be at home, always got to be around people, always got to have some type of escape from being by themselves, or they can't never just be in solitude, those are people that's running from shit. Those are people that God haven't had the opportunity to speak to yet. You know what I'm saying? Those are people that aren't at peace with themselves. They can't look themselves in the mirror and be comfortable with what they see. They can't stand behind everything that they did in their life and keep their head up high. You feel me? So, God took everybody away from you and made them do you dirty so you could see he's the only one that you're gonna be able to call on. You ain't gonna be able to call on this dude over here and get you 50 bands. You ain't gonna be able to call on your mama and that take away from God's glory and his, you know what I'm saying, spotlight in your life right now. See, he gonna make it to where he the only person that you got to call on and see what you gonna do when you meet him. Cause it's time to break all that down that you've been hiding for them 40 years. All that stripping, all that drugs, all the alcohol, everything that you've been running from, them traumas, probably being molested and touched on and men raping you and you hiding it all. It's time to bring it to the surface so you can heal yourself. I wish you well, man. I wish you well. I'm gonna pray for you, bro. But you got a lot of work ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? And just maybe God will restore your body, rehabilitate your body, and that's if He sees fit. That's if He sees you putting in the work for all the things that you've done in the past to dishonor Him and dishonor your fellow man, your parents. You know what I'm saying? But hey, what do I know, man? I'm just a broke boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Was I too hard on her? This is just how I am. Ain't nobody giving me shit. I'm solo dolo out here, so everything I know is get it hard. You know what I'm saying? You don't work, you don't eat. And I know I ain't going to prison because ain't nobody finna put their house up for me. My people told me that at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody give me no money every week or every month. So all I know is depend on yourself. So all this victimhood shit and blaming people for shit that you did, ain't nobody put that Hennessy bottle up to your mouth, G. I just see things a different type of way. I'm not a bitch and moan and whiner. You did that. You ran that red light, so accept your speeding ticket type of person. And I conduct myself and my kids and my family the same way. Everybody got to hold up for their own. So I'm just no nonsense, man. But let me know what y'all think. Maybe y'all some victimhood type people, or maybe y'all stand on business like I do. Let me know, man. All right, I'm out. I got to go to work tonight. Peace.